what's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Vegeta and Banks Show. I don't know, we're very consistent. We've done it every week now. I think this month, which is good, which is good. Shout out to my co-host Timber Banks, brother. How you doing?
Bro, at this point in time, Vegeta, I don't know because I'm still a bit disappointed. You could say yes, it's Friday, but man, whenever I think about the fact that we lost to Arsenal, it just feels like a dream to me, man. Honestly, man. It feels like a dream, and it pisses me off, and he wants me to go in on this manager and these players again. But from everything they've been saying so far, these guys they've actually look as if they've got a plan. They
Okay.
have that confidence as if we can get it back or turn it back. And Vegeta, we all know that if there's a team out there you could bet your money on to, you know, come back from a three goals down,
Mm,
it's Real Madrid. And we have
yeah.
seen it happen before. We have seen it happen before. It happened between Barcelona and Liverpool. 3-0, 4-0.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember the goal
I
that
remember.
Origi scored.
I
Yeah.
remember. I think even Barcelona did a similar thing. I think was it against PSG that they?
Yeah, against PSG. Yeah, against PSG.
Yeah, I remember.
So,
You were ranting. A lot of your fans seem to be calm. They were like, I mean, we're Real Madrid, we'll come back. But in saying that, Timber, you didn't seem like it would be enough, even if you came back, because you were so angry with what you were seeing from Carlo as a whole. You wanted Carlo to get fired. That's why you're actually happy at the news that you're getting now, because it seems like there's movement to get Carlo out. So even if Carlo wins the CL, bro, you still wouldn't be happy with him.
no. Because one thing is this, my Vegeta, whatever we are seeing happen right now at the club is not something I'm actually surprised about because we've played too many games. We played Copa del Rey last year, La Liga, Champions League, Super Copa. We played the FIFA Club World Cup. And if you go back to watch those clips right now, Carlo Ancelotti was basically using the same guys, the same players.
Mm.
He was not managing these players well, giving them rest. Even this season, he has done the same exact same thing. And I've been calling this out that we're not playing well. We playing this ball of which I don't really like, you know, because when you watch the likes of Pasa when they played yesterday,
Mm.
sorry on Wednesday, you could see the way they were like playing as a team. Because whenever you are relying on a player or individual performance, whenever those guys don't show up, you've got no plan. So I'm actually hoping and happy that they are already making a move. And Perez has said he's going to sit him down on the day on the 31st of May when the Champions League final will be played. And I think that is based on if Madrid gets to the final.
Yeah.
But if they don't, I will not be surprised if they sack him after the Arsenal game. I won't be surprised.
So
So
if they win the league,
yeah,
if they win the treble, basically Timber, because you still technically you're still in the league. Technically, you still got
yeah,
Copa del Rey and the CL. You're not out of any of
yeah.
those. If Carlo turns it around, and he wins all three, you still you want to get to move on from him. You're not.
Yeah,
It,
I want him to move on. And the reason I want him to move on is this. I want him to move on a high, whereby he knows that if I left the club, I left with winning trebles or winning Champions League and the league or something. I left the club as a winner. And that way, the person that comes in automatically knows that, bro, this thing, all you do, you have to win, man. You have to win.
yes.
So, in my own
Okay.
opinion, my own honest, own book opinion, guys, I would want him gone still
Yeah.
because there will be a different of him being sacked and a different of him winning things and leaving the club. And by the way, we all know how Brazilian people they've been wanting him. And I don't think he will miss Real Madrid because he has players of Madrid at Brazil.
Mm.
He has about three of them in Rodrigo,
Vinicius. He's got
Militao as well.
he has got
So
an Endrick, Rodrigo,
Hendrick,
Vinny.
Vinicius, and Eder Militao.
Oh, and Militao. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So in my own opinion, I think you still have players from Madrid, and I would just suggest he takes the Brazilian job more because I believe at this point in time in his career, I think he should be handling a team, a national team, and not a club side football because club side football sometimes, in my own opinion, can be very demanding. You know, like when you have somebody got divorced by the wife because of things like this, it tells you how draining and time consuming it can be and how much brainstorming you actually need to be at the top of your game in the Premiership or as in the club side football. So,
Mm.
in my own opinion, I think I need somebody like I would not lie to you if as a Philip was free right now, I would take him. I would take Zidane. I would take Jurgen Klopp, but I don't think Jurgen Klopp will come to Madrid because he's the ambassador for the
Red Bull Group.
Red Book, whatever.
Yeah.
Because when I saw people talking about him linking into the job, I'd be like, this is nonsense, man. Because you can't tell me that man is doing this before and be manager. So the
Yeah.
only person I would say right now is available is Zidane, Alonso. Nagelsmann is coaching. What's it called? Germany,
Germany.
and
Yeah.
I don't think he will take any job. Maybe after the World Cup, maybe, but we need a manager now. We need a manager now, and the manager out there to get is between Zidane and Alonso. I don't think I'll take somebody else, honestly.
Big up. Let me see what I can do about Timber's volume, man. While I'm fixing that, shout out to Purple Ostrich Media. Obviously, always pulling through with the graphical stuff. We appreciate your support on the channel. Did I not say control on? I think this is the problem. I didn't capture the audio in OBS. My bad, people. You know when you think you are ready, but sometimes you are not ready. And Temba told me just fix everything, and I thought I'd fixed everything. But anyway, shout out to Manj. It seems like whenever Temba is live, Manj will be found in the area. Manj says
Man
to
keeps
me,
telling me, go nowhere.
you know,
Temba, go nowhere.
Manj says to me, I hope I remember this correctly, Manj. He says I've come up with a new name for Mbappe. He says he's gonna call him.
Whoa.
Let me find it, because I want to say exactly what he said to me, bro. It was so funny. Oh, he's gonna
Man like
call him
Manj.
Oi Oi Oi. Welcome, Walcott. Oi Oi Walcott.
Workout. Come on, man. Workout. Which are the workout? Is the workout of 2017? Because
Um,
if you are calling the workout of 2017, then that's terrible, man. Because workout was basically done by that time, man.
I was
But big
about
up
to
to you,
say
Manch, man.
because there was a time where Walcott was a pretty decent player, bro. He was scoring goals
Wow.
every other day for for Arsenal had players once upon a time, but
You didn't know that Workout has more Champions League goal than Zidane. Let me just try to be sure again. I saw that start somewhere.
he's got how many what?
More Champions League goals.
I
I
can
think
believe
that's
it
Zidane.
because a lot of the older people were not stats heavy. If you look at the games before, that's why when you look at the 2009 to this year, basically, when Ronaldo and Messi were at the peak of their games, it wasn't normal for people to score back to back 30, 60, whatever league goals. So
Bro.
that's why I wouldn't be surprised because volume is a recent thing, if you think about it. That's why a hat trick was such a big deal because it wasn't something that happened often. Whereas now, even a guy who's in like the 12th team of the league can get a hat trick. But even without the volume of goals and assists, what we appreciated was how they played the actual game. You get me? And I think that's where the idea of eye test comes from because maybe Walcott has the goals, but Zidane had the ability to dictate a midfield, and not anybody can do that. You get what I'm saying? But
True, true,
Manj
true.
wants my attention. Oh, he wants your attention because he says, "Hey Temba, talk to us about Oi Oi Walcott. Talk to us, Temba."
Bro, what do you guys want me to say about Mbappe? One thing is this, man. Honestly, as much as we want to criticize the guy, you know, for not taking the chances, because I believe that game could have been a different game if Kylian Mbappe had actually taken that chances. I
Mm.
guess I was kind of like too upset with the way the manager sets the team up, and that actually made me ignore those facts of Mbappe missing those chances. Because I tell you, if he had taken those 1, 2 chances or 3 chances he had before Arsenal scored or in the first half, we would have seen a different entire game entirely. But he did not take it, and it happens in football. You score some, you lose some as well. So I just hope in the second leg,
You have to start quickly,
I,
bro. You have to, bro, because as much as it's possible, it's still a 3-0 deficit, and also it's not just about losing 3-0, because there are times in the football matches where you lose badly, but it wasn't because you were bad. You get me? Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
other team was just so fortunate because maybe chances dropped to them or something. Whereas in this case, bro, you guys went to the Emirates and they made you guys not look like Real Madrid, which is I
we're
think what
terrible, man.
pisses me off. I was just like,
We were
even
terrible.
even if Arsenal beat you guys, I was expecting um 2-1 maybe. You get me? Like that scoreline, 2-1,
Yeah,
and then you go
yeah.
to the Bernabeu, and then you beat them 3-1 or 3-2, and you move on with life. That's what I was expecting. But 3-0. So at the Bernabeu, we have to turn things around, bro. But
I would have taken 3-1 even. I would have taken
yeah,
3-1
you
even.
guys needed a goal, bro.
I would have taken 3-1 even. So
But look, it's not
it's just
about
a
that.
massive job right now.
I
It's a
think I think
massive,
the
massive job.
I think the tie at the Bernabeu is gonna kind of be like the PSG Barcelona one, where if Real Madrid's gonna go through, it's gonna be more down to the players than the manager, in my opinion. Because if you look at the PSG game, PSG lost because Neymar, Suarez, and Messi said they want to win the Champions League, and they were not going to let anybody stand in their way, irrespective of who was managing them. You feel me? Because you look at the type of goals that Neymar scored, you see Iniesta, those guys were saying by fire, by force, we are going to score, we are going to win,
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
Barcelona. So even you guys, I think people like Mbappe and Jude, they've always wanted to play for this club because of the prestige of Madrid. But they need to then understand the weight that comes with, in the sense that your home fans are expecting you guys to turn it around because you're Madrid. So you guys have to have the
Yeah.
attitude of a Madrid star and say, because we are Madrid, we are going to do it. Not we can do it, not if it doesn't matter what any of us say, Tamba. It doesn't matter if Madrid fans are ranting, I told you, Arsenal. No, Madrid players on that day have to say, guys, we play for Real Madrid. Okay, let's be serious. Yeah. And even if Carlo does nonsense, we know what to do. It's not our first time playing football. So I think if that attitude comes into it, bro, because I feel like Mbappe and Cole also took Arsenal for granted. You can tell by the way they didn't take their chances. They took
Honestly,
they
man.
took Arsenal for
Honestly.
granted. I felt like they almost underestimated Arsenal.
Underestimated. Yeah, they did. They did.
So now
They
that
did.
they've been beaten, but it was embarrassing. It was I felt I I don't want to say I felt sorry for you guys because it's not my team. I don't care. It is what it is. But as a football fan, I was shocked, bro. Like my body, I couldn't believe it that day. I said, guys, Arsenal.
Bro.
I had to avoid YouTube because I knew the Arsenal people were gonna be out in numbers. And it's worse
YouTube
now.
and Twitter as well.
Oh, dude, I had to avoid it. I couldn't enjoy YouTube the next day. So Madrid ruined it for me. So Madrid has to do the right thing. Otherwise, Temba's going to buy that hot chip. I know where to find it. He's going to buy it. And
Bro,
him,
what are
he's
you
going
doing?
to
I was looking for it which day online. I was googling.
you're going to suffer,
I was
bro.
on Google actually checking it,
Going to
and I
suffer.
was seeing different sizes and different what's it called, prices and different how would I put it? The spiciness. Actually, it is. I said, bro, let's see if this guy can save me.
You're gonna need toilet
He
paper
must.
that day, is all I'm saying. Because that thing is a not it's not a normal level of spice. You can ask John. Um and also if you guys, not even if, we have to bring back bragging rights, because I feel like our teams right now are doing too much and we need to talk as fans. And I feel like we've left it. We need to go find some Arsenal fans and ask them if they're going to win the league. We need to find, obviously, we know United fans. We'll find them, Mark, Drex. Also, you need to come into this conversation because you are part of this community, even though you support a Spanish team. So
Mm.
I don't know. We'll talk to Mark. We need to bring that back. But you are definitely doing the hot chip on this channel if you guys don't somehow fix, because right now the footballing world is upside down. Okay. But speaking of which, bro, because we're gonna come back, we're gonna preview the Burnabout game. I know we've got games this weekend. I don't give a damn, bro. Like United can,
Those guys.
they can do whatever they want. They can win. They can lose. It's fine. I'm looking. My season hangs on in Europe. I think yours is similar because I don't think you're gonna win the league at this point. I think Barcelona are too good. I mean, you saw what they did to Dortmund.
Bro, play quality football, man. Quality.
That was a
That's
real
those are things
Champions
you want
League
to see.
night that day. PSG showed Aston Villa that this is not the Premier League. We're serious here.
Like I was surprised about PSG as well, man. Man, relax, man. Man says all chief for Timber. I will be there. I'll be here.
Yeah, bro. We voted.
Mm.
But yeah,
So
bro,
for
like
me, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing with PSG so far because, and I was actually saying it at some point. I said if PSG really want to do something in that thing, they need to change the way they are approaching their project. And the fact they got rid of Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe, I think that was a massive call. And for me, I see people telling me how Rashford, PSG wants Rashford. I said, but guys, are you guys sleeping? Who does Rashford bench in that team? Who does he bench? Because I don't believe Rashford benches. He will bench Kvaratskhelia.
no
He will
ways,
not
bro.
bench. He will not bench Doe. Desire Doe.
Mm.
He won't bench. What's his name that comes from the left? What's this guy's name? Okay, it was Dembele and who else? Oh,
But
which guy
even
plays
Dembele,
on the
bro, he's
left?
not benching Dembele, bro.
No, he's not benching Dembele. He's not benching Dembele for sure. He will not bench Dembele for sure. So I don't even think PSG wants him, man. Honestly, I
You know
don't
what's
think PSG
crazy,
wants
bro?
him.
If they ever bought him, I feel like Luis Enrique would have put him up for sale for the same reason he put up Ugarte for sale, because he's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
technically gifted, bro.
yeah.
As much as it's
So
he's a good player, I suppose. Ugarte is a good player for what he does, but he's not a good
mhm,
player for what Enrique wants to do. Does that make sense?
mhm. Yeah, yeah, it does. Makes sense.
But
So and that's the fact. That's the fact. That cross she should do another blunder again, not draw again.
yeah, no, that's a perfect segue into the next topic, guys. Guys, ne, I know usually here we are laughing and it's fun and I've got energy, but guys, no, I fixed my volume. Why is it low all of a sudden again? Wait. This is what United does, bro. You become so like depressed. You even forget to do things properly anymore in life. Thank you,
Bro,
Docro.
you just need to just relax, man. Relax and just man, move on with the
No, we're
trade.
not moving
No
on,
matter what
Timber.
happens.
That's why bro. We are segueing to yesterday's game now. I did a reaction video. I don't know if you had a chance to see it on my channel. If you haven't seen the reaction video, guys, I'm sorry about the energy levels, because you can ask Temba. I was already angry on stream, so by the time I got to my video, I was tired, guys. The English was not there, so please forgive me. Be merciful. The English was finished, and it's
Yo,
because of what Dark was saying here. Onana's blunder, bro. Because Lord have mercy of what that guy did yesterday. Two of the goals.
bro,
It's like Onana
bro.
is allergic to European
Uh-huh.
competitions. I swear, I blame him for Inter Milan not winning the CL final. I'm convinced now, because this man knocked us out of the CL, bro. And then he said, "That's not enough. Hold my damn beer, bro. I'm
Oh
knocking
my
you out
beer.
of the Europa League as well." If we somehow, God forbid, found ourselves in Conference League, Onana would make it his mission in life to knock us out. And not just Onana. He just said Onana talks too much. That's why yesterday was such a big deal. But that Rasmus
Yeah.
Højlund guy, I don't want to ever hear he's
Ish.
too young. He's
Ish.
not too young to be transfer listed. Let me tell you that much. Okay? His age doesn't matter
Go-
in that regard. And me personally, I want him to be sold. You see, this Ganacho guy, ne? Temba, correct me if I'm wrong. You used to watch Ruben at Sporting. Because I was thinking about this today. The two people behind the number 9, are they not supposed to be inside forward number 10s? Or are they not supposed to be inside, bro, supporting the number 9?
And that is one thing like I said, I did not understand. Because I watch Amorim and his wingers, his right wing back and left wing back is what's this guy's name? Quenda,
Yeah.
that just signed for Chelsea. Trincao is one of the 10, and sometimes he can also play as a right back, but mostly he was playing as the 10th.
Okay.
The right wing back was being played by actual right wing the wingers,
Wingers, yes.
not by defenders. It was being played by wingers, and I was believing that as soon as Ruben comes into the club, that definitely means maybe Rashford, left wing back, Garnacho, right wing back. At that point in time, whereby you guys were being linked to Amorim,
Okay.
but he has came into the club, and I don't understand what he's doing because it doesn't make any sense. We saw Ahmad. Ahmad play as a right back. And we saw what he was able to do. We saw it. And we see things whereby before the last two games whereby he has actually dropped Zexi, you played him as a 10. And in my own opinion, I think we got to see the best of this guy. The confidence was building. Then all of a sudden now, gets dropped for Garnacho and Bruno. And I think for me, I think Bruno plays well in the center midfield. I never think it was going to work. The fact that Bruno have been able to play with somebody like Casemiro or Ugarte, because I believe Casemiro is a better player, and I think he's a better player than Ugarte. Just that maybe he was having a bad form. People thought he was finished, because right now I can say it's simple and clear. This guy has been the one doing the job for United in the midfield.
Yeah.
Honestly, he has been Casemiro, and Ugarte has looked a bit slow again. Maybe that backlash he had in the international this thing might affect him. And if such thing will affect a player, then you don't deserve to play for United, because the criticism, it will come internationally, locally in the league. It will definitely come, because Maguire as well. Also, people did not give that guy the credit he deserved, because, bro, to be able to stay calm with everything that the fans were throwing at that dude, or Casemiro as well, people were saying his legs are gone. Whereby sometimes all you need to do as a manager is play to this guy's strength. When I was watching the Barcelona football against Dortmund, somebody said on the chat that sub of Lewandowski is so slow. Then the next thing Lewandowski does,
He
he
scores.
tells the guy, shut the fuck up, score 2 goals. What happens? They play to his strength. Because one thing is this, man, it's not a rocket science where you see how the likes of your Ronaldo, if he get chance, he buries it. Lewandowski, if he gets the chance, he buries it. They are playing to their strength. They understand that the pace is not there. On a norm, even what's his name? Lewandowski. He's not a player that is fast on a norm.
Yeah.
So, but he's still able to bury the goals. If you give him the right pass, he will bury it. And that's something I'm really, really sure of. But with United, I would say what Amorim should be doing is this, man. First of all, I think this Garnacho thing, drop him. Drop him, because
Sell
right
him,
now
bro.
it's not a thing of whereby he plays well or not.
Yeah, sell
It's a
him, bro.
thing of agenda, because I don't understand. People were still talking about Garnacho yesterday. He's greedy. He's not doing this one. But I said this guy made some passes to Rasmus. Dogu, who was terrible in my own opinion as well, made some good passes to Rasmus. My God. Ah, man.
But also,
72 million pounds.
the reason I was asking about Sporting is, first of all, it says left wing back. It doesn't say left back wing, or I don't know. It's left wing back. It's a winger
Mm-hmm.
that is converted, or rather is given more defensive responsibility, right? Because essentially
Mm.
your back line goes from 4 to 3. That is the idea behind the wing back. And also, the
Yeah.
width comes from the wing back. So I'm just trying to understand because I'm not a football scholar. I don't have ball knowledge, according to YouTube. So we need to ask these important questions. And if this is the case, if the system says we need our width to come from our left wing backs, who in turn are also supposed to provide create chances. Sorry, we're not doing that with our defenders because our defenders are not Trent Alexander-Arnold. I know it's a sad thing to say as a Man United fan, but if there's one thing that guy could do is be a left wing back or right wing back for us because he's a creative fullback, right? But our people are not that. And another point that I wanted to bring up is what is the point of having two tens if one of your tens is going to become a left winger during the game? It defeats the purpose of your system and it creates chaos. People
Yeah.
cannot execute on your plan if we are deviating from your plan. It's like building a house and you said that house must have 2 bedrooms, but you decide to put 2 bathrooms. Yes, there's 2 rooms, but you didn't build the rooms that the architect wanted, which means the function is lost. You can't sleep in a bath.
Yeah.
Well, you can sleep in a bathroom, but it's not going to be comfortable. You can't put a bed in there. Okay, it's not going to happen. So that's the issue I have. If Garnacho can't perform in the 10 position, I can't speak to the full back position because he hasn't been played there by Ruben for whatever reason. But if he
I
can't
don't
play
know
there,
why.
then he's taking a spot up, bro, and he's actually being detrimental. And then I look at a
Yeah.
person like Rasmus, bro. I'm like, yes, in the modern game, strikers don't score as much. Like most of the strikers, the proper strikers score, okay. But you don't even do basic things properly. You don't run properly. You get bullied. You've got a celebration we hardly ever get to see, bro. I don't understand you, bro. And then they bench Zexi, who even if he's in the same boat in terms of goals, at least from a performance perspective, he adds something meaningful to the team. And then people will keep saying he's young. I don't give a damn. Okay, his age has nothing to do with his performances. Yes, young people are inconsistent, but that inconsistency doesn't mean we never see them being good, ever.
Yeah.
Like
True.
playing with Rasmus, you might as well have 10 people on the pitch. And now I'm adding Ganacho, you might as well have 9 people on the pitch. And then you add a person like Onana. Now we are down to 8 people. And Onana, you know what? You might as well say 7 because Onana even takes away from his other people. Because explain to me why you are not catching a ball, why you are diving like you don't want to dive for a ball, to keep out shots that are at you, bro. It's not like these shots, bro. You know, Kotoa, people can say he didn't dive, but at least Declan Rice's free kicks were quality, bro. Those goals
Bro.
that we gave Lyon, no ways, bro. And I say gave because Lyon was not in that game. I don't care what nobody says.
They were not. They were not. They
That
didn't even play.
game,
They didn't even play well.
we defeated
In my own
ourselves,
opinion,
Temba, in that game.
they did not play well. They didn't play well because the way people were going in on talking about Lyon, man, we were thinking they were going to just come there and just smash United 4-0.
That's what I thought,
Even
bro.
somebody in the chat actually said 4-0 on the chat,
Eh?
predicting the game.
4-0 to Lyon.
So, yeah, people were saying Lyon will go and come.
Let's
On my
just-
big stream now, 4-0 to Lyon. Now, about what we were talking about, this armoring right now, I'm looking at the armoring system that played between Sporting Lisbon versus Man City.
Mm,
Now, you have in the midfield, you have Quenda, who is playing from the right wing back position, like I said earlier.
mm,
Haroko is playing from the left wing back position.
yeah.
Then you have uh you've got a Trincao and Cole Caves are the ones that are behind what's his name? Gyökeres,
Yep.
which means now we have a situation where Quenda right now going to Chelsea say he wants to play as a winger, not as a right wing back. But he was playing right wing back for for Amorim, and is actually a winger. So what has changed from the way you execute the plan at Sporting from what you're doing at United? Does it mean the players on the pitch, like your like your what's his name, Ganacho, are they
Mm.
not good enough? If they're not good enough, how about you put them up for sale? Don't give a fuck about what anybody will say, the
Yeah, bro,
fans will say
sell
about
them,
you selling
bro.
the future.
We have to,
Sell
especially.
them,
I think we
sell
have to,
them,
bro, because
because
sorry, Timber. There was a moment. I'm just thinking about it yesterday. It was funny in the moment because we were winning, but Garnacho receives the ball. You will remember this moment very well. And Bruno's running, and I say, "Pass the ball." And the chat was fighting with me, saying, "No, Zirks." But I'm like, guys, I'm not saying do a direct pass. The way Bruno was running, if you just curl the ball in front of him
diagonal
around the
pass,
center,
man.
then I
Trivela,
realized, oh, wait, I'm asking the wrong player to do this.
the wrong
He
person.
can't, bro. And if he can't do that, then he can't be a number 10. Because those guys, out of all the people on my pitch, have to be the most technically gifted people. Both of the number 10s.
Fact,
They have to be,
fact.
bro. Because they need to be able to find my striker anywhere. They have to be
And
able
and
to.
did you see that pass you were calling out for? I saw that pass between Barcelona and what's his name, Dortmund. Rafinha called the pass to go meet Yamal at the front.
Bruh.
To go meet Yamal at the front. And that was something also I expected Vinicius Jr. to do with Mbappe. He didn't do that.
He can't.
He left it too late, trying to cross it now. The Arsenal defender touched the ball. But the way you see, like that pass to Yamal scored the goal. There's no way you expect Yamal to lose from there.
No,
And
bro.
please, this thing of people saying players are still young. Sometimes, man, they need to also give themselves brain. Look at this kid called Yamal and be like, okay, yes, he does this, he does that, he does this, he does that. And for me, I believe the way Ganacho people talk about him as if he's rubbish. I actually tell you, go and check stats from players that had more goal involvement since 2021 is ahead of all of them, including Yamal. Now, I'm not saying it's better, but where I don't like Ganacho is this. The only thing I just think that kid needs to improve his game is decision making, knowing when to shoot, when to cut and pass.
Yeah.
And that is his biggest problem so far. He doesn't know when to shoot, he doesn't know when to pass. And you could say the same thing for Dogo as well, because we saw Dogo did the same thing. Where he's supposed to pass the ball, he wanted to shoot. Where he's supposed to shoot, he wanted to pass. So those are things whereby I think if a player like Ganacho can actually improve on, we are going to see a massive change. But what I would say here is this, man. I don't think the same Ganacho we saw under Ten Hag is the same guy we are seeing under Amorim. And people don't understand how hectic it can actually be being converted from a winger to a 10. From a winger to a 10. You can actually convert a left back to a winger. It's easy. We have seen it with so many players. We saw it. It's not about them being technically gifted. They're a good player. We have seen it with Gary Bale. Gary Bale was a right left back, but man was converted to 11 because the goals he was scoring was just phenomenal. Saka was a left back as well. This guy converted him
Oh,
to
bro. One of the
a
best right backs in the world right now, bro.
right now in the world. Unai Emery converted him, and he's doing his job. So I think sometimes you can also see the IQ of these players are not top notch because there are things whereby, like you said, you were expecting him to do, and in my own opinion as well, I was also expecting him to do the same thing. But like you said, only you talked about it, only you still correct. No, man, you're asking the wrong guy to do it. So for me, if this club actually, or the owners of this club at this point in time, genuinely genuinely love the club and they want success for the club, what they should be doing is get rid of players that does not suit Amorim's system. And this has nothing to do with if they are good or not. Because what you are basically doing is for the future.
Mm.
It's for the future. If there's a need for Ganacho to go, or let me just say, if you can get Gyökeres and Cunha, or Osimhen and Cunha, and it will warrant Ganacho and Meno to go, sell them. Because in my own opinion, this is somebody I know many of families will not really say. Kobe Mino, I don't see him suiting Ruben Amorim's system. I don't. And that was why he tried him as a false nine. I don't see him because he doesn't have the mobility. When you look at Trincao at Sporting, you have seen that kid playing for Portugal. You see the way he moves, the way he makes his run. Concavas, the same thing. But for me, I don't think.
I don't know what else. All the names, all of them, you've called them. But realistically, you guys also don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so personally, I need evidence, and the evidence tells me that the attitude from Canacho is not right, the ability is not right. He doesn't suit what we're doing. There's too many red flags. I don't care how good his ceiling is. It's too much. Mason Mount. People are saying injuries not his fault. I don't give a damn. I need evidence. Can you stay fit? I don't know because there's no evidence. Sell him. Onana definitely. People were saying no, we can stay with him for one more window. Wada wada wada. Shut up. Shut up. Like I don't want to see him this
But you
weekend.
know what, Vegeta? I kind of understand what people are saying. If you say you can stay with him, then you should not be your number one goalkeeper. Honestly, because the honest truth is this, man. I cannot understand where they're coming from. Where they're talking about, they're talking from in the sense of the fact that we have important space to fill.
Goalkeepers on
Because when you look at
average.
Chelsea, when you look at Chelsea right now, Chelsea are not really good enough defensively and goalkeeper wise. They're not. And if I ask you, would you rather be the midfield and the forward is there, but sometimes the defense line and the goalkeeper can cost Chelsea games, and you'll be in fourth place right now as Chelsea is. You take that. You understand? If there is because if the amount of money available to sign players is, you know, open check, go for top notch. David Costa, you can go get David Costa.
Bro, even if it's
You
a
can go to
stopgap,
Jan
bro.
Oblak. Go
Onana
to
is
Jan
too
Oblak.
much, bro. Do you know that this guy has
Because
had more mistakes leading to goals than any other goalkeeper, bro? Like it's beyond just being bad. Because people have bad games. But this guy has I don't even know if this is a stat. An expected mistake at least once every game. And that expected mistake can lead to a goal. And the problem with us, the difference between us and Chelsea is that our defense is good, Timber. Our defense is solid. But because we've got a crap goalkeeper, you look at our goal difference and where we are in the league, you'd swear that Delict and them aren't doing their job. But I'm like, no, bro, the defense is in a better position now than it was last year. And we finished 8th
yeah,
last year, right?
yeah.
It's because this man lets in goals for fun. Okay? And also, when you listen to elite center backs, the one thing they tell you is that it's important to have somebody behind you who can do their job. Okay? Because it allows you to do your job. You can't be worried about babysitting on. I mean, I got pissed off at Maguire yesterday when the ball was supposed to go to Onana and he kicked it away. And I'm like, maybe he doesn't trust this guy, bro. Because Onana could be saying my ball and it goes through his feet. That time it's supposed to be going there slowly. You know what I'm saying? And that's my problem.
Yeah, yeah, I get your point. I get your point. I
It's
get your point.
bad,
I
bro.
understand you.
It's
I
Kepa
understand
levels
you.
of bad, bro. And we need to
You would
react.
not see Kepa. You don't want to be calling Kepa right now because Kepa is one of the best keeper in the Premiership this season. I've
Not
checked
Kepa,
his
man. What's that other
stats.
guy? You know the guy from not Kepa, my bad. That Liverpool guy, the guy who gave you guys the Champions League. What's the guy's name, bro?
Karius.
That
It's
guy,
Karius.
bro. That's the I could see the
Karius.
face. I don't know why I said Kepa. Sorry, Kepa, my bad, bro. And
Kepa.
then
The
even
guy is busy
fans are also
balling
talking
us right now
about
at this thing.
Ramsdale. I said shut up, bro. I wish we had Dubravka back, bro. I really wish.
No, you know what is this, man, and this is is one thing everybody that is always spinning in your fan base. By you guys believe that other people, goalkeeper or players, can't play for the team, and these guys, you see them when it came to United, he could not even get game time at United, and I've always known that the Bravka is a top goalkeeper.
Bro,
Yes,
Dubravka's
he might
my
be playing for
guy, bro. Pause. Like,
he might be playing for Newcastle, but he's a top
bro,
goalkeeper. When they
bro.
brought in Nick
I
Pope,
was happy when we got Dubravka, bro. I rate Dubravka.
they brought they brought Nick Pope to be the goalkeeper for Newcastle. What happened? Because when he got injured, he came back. Shirt is basically gone. It was basically shirt was gone because the Bravka was already like there taking the shirt. Because the Bravka was always a baller, he was a goalkeeper, man. It was just
This
that
is great, bro. I've always been a fan of Dubravka, from a long time. And he's been at Newcastle for a while. But yesterday, what I fundamentally saw is my midfielders are doing their job. My defenders are doing their job. Goalkeeper and striker nowhere to be found. Because
Thank God.
when we were winning, we should have been 6-1 up, 6-0 up, something, if the goalkeeper did his job. Because we created chance, bro, I couldn't believe my eyes. We went from no chance creation under the bold fraud to chance after chance after chance, bro. But
Bro.
our striker is so rubbish. We might as well have not created chances. That's why that theory of we don't create enough for Rasmus is buried. It's dead. It's gone. Because yesterday we created
Honestly.
enough chances that guy could have had a brace if he was serious about life. But he's not serious. And then on the other hand, the other one, bruh, I saw a video. I don't know if it was on Twitter. I was on Twitter today, and it was showing. Can I share this thing? Would it crash my PC? I know I'm gonna get copyright strike. It was the Man City penalty Haaland took, and tell me why Onana's busy doing this,
Yeah.
and then Haaland scores in the same place he's pointing to. That's what I'm like, bro. I understand. Yes, we need a midfielder. We need centre back. We need wing backs for sure because we can't keep playing defenders in the wing back. I told people this, like Delo and Dogu, with all due respect, thank you. It's been fun. We need actual wingers. So Ahmad, bruh, stay out of number 10. Number 10 is not your lane, bruh. Go play right wing back. Stay away from number 10, please. Let Zexi and everybody else do their job in the number 10 position. Left wing back, Luke Shaw, I don't need you. Ganacho, you don't seem to be here with us, my brother. So that's why I'm like, for me, if we could get like 4 players in the summer, personally, because Mark was even talking about we need to improve the squad as a whole. I'm like, Chief, the starting 11 is broken. Never mind the squad.
Yeah.
You only talk about squad when your starting 11 is good, but it's one injury away from you guys being nonsense. Then you talk about the squad at large. Shout out to Bath Time. Sorry, we know you are working, but also as we were working, we are alive now. We are families. We have to do things after here, man. Bath Time. Come on, man. But me in the summer, Timber, I want to see a new goalkeeper. Ineos mustn't piss me off, bro. Ruben mustn't piss me off. Ruben doesn't have to wait for the summer. Ruben, you don't play Onana between now and the end. Because I'm telling you, if I see Onana in one game between now and the end, I'm Ruben out. Because now you're taking the piss. You are not serious.
Vita, he relax, man. It's too early.
No, bro. I am done waiting for people to be serious. Because you are showing patterns of Ten Hag right now.
Man.
You are showing the patterns of Ten Hag.
Bro.
And you waited 2 years to realize that Ten Hag is a fraud. So if you don't realize that Onana will cost you your job, I'm already going to be out of your team. I'm not defending. If I see Onana against Newcastle, is it Newcastle that we're playing this weekend? I don't know.
Yeah. It's Newcastle.
Let me see that team sheet. Before the stream starts, I will say Onana out. Because I will make sure that I'm drawing my line in the sand. Because I refuse. You can't play. Okay, Garnacho's a bit tough because it's not tough, bro. There's number 10s in this team, bro. Make a plan. Stop playing Garnacho, bro. We don't need to play Garnacho anymore.
Honestly,
Rasmus
that game yesterday
Højlund is injured as far as I know. Just don't play him.
Ish.
He might as well not play. Why is he here? Play Zexi, bro. Zexy's doing his job, bro. Play Bruno as a false nine. There, I solved the problem for you. Play Bruno as a false nine and let Zexy do his thing in the 10. Please. Stop playing these foolish people, bro. Okay? You'll be fine. You'll see the
Because
difference. Stop playing these fullbacks. If the minute is back, what's his name? Ahmad. Put him back in the right wing position. For now, I'll accept Dorgu and Dalo. That's fine. I'll accept them. What other changes do I need to see between now? Yeah, that's fine. And then Ineos, serious, please, serious things. New goalkeeper, new striker. Shut up with this Delep thing or these other small men strikers. If you're gonna spend money, go get a striker, bro. Shut up with these bloody projects. I'm tired of projects. This is not a high school. We don't do projects. We're a football club. Go get football people. Even if it's Oshuman, bro, and I don't even rate him, but at least he scores goals. Go get Oshuman. It's fine. Damn.
So, which do you actually believe there's going to be enough money for United to sign certain players? Because the reason why I ask this question is that I honestly believe if, let's say, they have maybe 150 million pounds available to sign players, and you actually, like you said, now you mentioned you need a goalkeeper.
Yes.
In my own opinion, I think you could say you also need a center back to a certain level.
Yeah, we
You
need
need
to
a
replace
striker and you need
Lindelof because
a
Lindelof is
10.
going, bro.
You need a 10. But the kind of players I've seen Manchester United being linked to, in my own opinion, I think it's crazy. Because one thing is this, man, Diblin is just a glorified and a British passport holder of Garnacho. But I can tell you, Garnacho is better than that kid. Garnacho is better than that
Bro,
kid.
that name
But
just tells
because
me project. I don't want a project.
yeah, but because of Diblin, they want to go for Diblin. And this guy said they are taking Manchester United to put it back at Manchester United.
He's
You
fired
know, so
Manchester people, bro. Nah. Bro, there's no putting Man United back in Man United, bro. There's just winning, okay? Winning. Temba, there's one thing I'm sure. No matter how broke we are, you can sign 4 players. You can sell at least one player to add to that 150 million to sign 4 players. You can go buy Cunha. Be creative, guys. You don't have to give people money up front, okay? Let's stop this thing of 60 million is a lot. Yes, you can negotiate 60 million over 3 years. Shut up. Let's stop doing this, okay? Go get Cunha. If you're going to spend 40 million on this Delap guy or whatever his name is, shut up, bro. Add 20 million, go get Gyökeres. Stop this, bro.
that's the problem.
Stop
That
this,
is the
bro.
problem. That is the problem. And I honestly believe a player like that, like Gyökeres and Cunha, takes this team from 14th to 8th, even with Anjonana in goal. But you spoke about Onana needs to be sold. Excuse me, I don't think there's a club out there that is willing to take Onana. So let's say Onana, you guys decide to bring a goalkeeper. I know you are very, very interested in Dubravka, and you have also mentioned you're not black. Is somebody also you are very, very interested in. It's just crazy by Inter Milan. If I remember the art Inter Milan just did one on United as well, it's crazy. They got Onana for free.
Yes.
For
Then they made a pure
free.
profit from us
Free.
because we're
Then they sold him
stupid.
for 45 million. Then they went and got and signed Jan Sommer.
For
Was it
5.
3 million pass?
For 5, bro. Why didn't we sign Summer? What's wrong with us?
because Sommer is a better goalkeeper but Sommer, I don't even better. He's a
Temba.
top bet keeper. I talk about the names of your Martinez, your Donnarumma.
Temba.
Sommer is there with your Mananua. Honestly.
Even if they
But
don't have a budget for goalkeeper, go to Sundowns. Call Mutsepe. I said, Mutsepe, listen to me. Here's £5 million. Convert that to rent,
bro,
whatever you want to do.
he take it, man. He take it,
Give
man.
us flipping Williams, bro. Because Williams
Bro.
is a better goalkeeper than Onana, bro. Don't let the idea that this guy plays in PSL and the other one plays in Europe fool you.
Vegeta, I'm sorry. Don't disrespect William like that, man. William is a proper goalkeeper. When we're talking about proper goalkeeper, he's there.
Yes.
Call the names. Call the names. Your Martinez, William will give him his run for his money.
Bro, That guy was
He
nominated
will.
for Ballon d'Or for a reason. He's a good
And they robbed
goalkeeper,
him.
bro.
They robbed him because they somehow was still able to give that award to Emiliano Martinez, which doesn't make sense to me. They robbed him, but we'll not say anything because I know we know how they treat the Africans.
Facts, bro.
So for me, I think he's a top goalkeeper, but they will never think about it, man. They will
Let me
never
tell
think
you
about it.
something, Temba. If they don't have money for Cunha, go sign Mufukeng. How about that, bro? Mufukeng doesn't need time. He's not young. He just does his job.
Yeah.
Go buy Coco Melon. It's fine. Go to Ivan and say, Ivan, listen, bro. He has a light £7 million, bro. You know, you do the
Convert
conversion.
it and see how much it is. Convert it and see how much it is.
You see,
It becomes blood money.
let me just do the math, brother. Because it's like 23 now to the pound or something stupid like that. South
Imagine.
African rand, brother. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, times 23. That can be 161 million rand. Take it, bro. Take it, bro.
Bro.
Because
Ah,
1
take it,
million
man.
is 23 in our rands. So even
Sure.
if we show up with 2, it's 60 something million. Brother, please. Okay, don't tell me about budget. Be strategic. So all I'm saying to Ineos is you have no excuse to not back Ruben. Rubes, I'm with you for now. For now.
There's still you didn't mention the Mokwena. He didn't talk about Mudau.
Okay, now let's not rob the whole of South Africa. Let's stay. Come on.
Because I believe Mudau will bench Dalo, man. My own opinion is I think he's better than Dalo. Mudau.
Bro, these guys are overrated because they play overseas. You know, bro, the one thing I hope for, this is like a side tangent. The one thing I hope for the World Cup, I hope that Africa stands up, bro, because I feel like African football right now is in a good place. It's in a good place, bro. We've got a lot of talented people playing in Europe and in their local leagues. And the reason why I say this is people always talk about the bargain bins being South America. And I always say to people, guys, PSL is one example. It's got so many good players. They're playing for managers and teams that don't put a lot of value into tactics and all of this funny stuff. Which to a degree is nice because you just see the raw talent of players. But if you take some of these guys and you give them to quality coaches, you will be surprised. People were surprised that South Africa is number 1 in their group. I said, why are you surprised? We're not surprised. We've been watching.
No, we're
this.
not.
We're not surprised.
We're playing out. I'm talking about that actually, Vegeta. You know, for a very long time, I think it's actually a record. I think this is the first time when you have 3 teams from South Africa doing really well in CAF Champions League and Confederation Cup, because we saw Orlando Pirates got a very good game against MC Algal. What was it called? And we saw
MC
that
Criminals.
Sundowns did really well as well.
Yeah.
Stellenbosch beat. They were able to smash out, send home the what's it called? The defending champion. So, like, watch how impressed have you been with this guy? Because in my opinion, I've been extremely impressed with the way they are performing, not just in African football or in the national team, but they are also doing it right now when it comes to the club side. Because we know experience, they are not an easy side to beat. They are not. And these clubs have gone there, somehow been able to get results, knock them out, and move on to the next phase. For me, I would say this is good for South African football. But
Yeah.
like, how impressed have you been on this, bro?
I'm very happy, bro, because it's pulling me back into local football. Because I won't lie, I haven't watched local football as much in the recent years. I used to be a big fan when I was younger, when I was still living with my parents. I used to watch it religiously. But to see the teams doing well now, because when we suggest local football players to our teams in Europe, people almost laugh at us, you know. But when you say like Nigeria or Tunisia, they take you seriously because traditionally those countries have had bigger stars come out of those places, you know. But for me, what's nice is that I don't need the validation of my players playing overseas to know that they're good. I think that's even a nice thing to say that the
Agreed.
South African
Agreed.
team is built off the PSL's back, and that's good. We're succeeding with local based players. That's good. And I've always said, Temba, that the PSL has, just like South Africa, the country, it always has had potential, Temba. It just required
Yeah.
the right people to be behind South African football. And then the other thing, the reason why these teams are doing well is South Africans have learned that we don't have to play European football to be good at football.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
football that is ours, that is South African. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like Pirates is the embodiment of South African football, as much as they're not my team. The Kasi flavor, we don't
The
have to
Cassie
play
flavor.
long
Yeah.
balls and bruh. There's a reason why Sundowns is also called the Brazilians. We also play with flair in South Africa.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
We are
True.
very talented, bro. And if you look at it back in the day, we had some very, very talented people playing overseas. Quinton Fortune, Radebe, Benny McCarthy. I think even Butcheri went overseas at some point in time. Um, and those were the people who were competing for us on the continent when South Africa was good. But they played a brand of football that was us. It's when we tried to start becoming something we're not that we fell off. And we've seemed to find the local pride. And you know, if you ask most South Africans, Temba, they prefer the PSL football to European football because they identify with it.
Yeah.
It's what they see
Yeah.
on a Sunday when they go watch a team here by their local club, or when they go watch
True.
the Phillies games. The Phillies games, for people who don't know,
Yeah.
is like a, it's a like a,
Yeah. Phillies game. I watch. Yeah. I watch them.
yeah, it's like
I,
a
you know.
competition in the hood,
Yeah. I watch them.
in the hood between like hood teams. You know, you can get your friends, you form a team, you register, you go. It's nice, and it's also a good place to scout players because some people who play in the Phillies do end up getting scouted by like your big teams. You see, that's our version of grassroots, essentially. Um, and it's very nice because before we used to think if only we had certain people playing in the Champions League, maybe Bafana would be good. But Hugo understood that fundamentally, and even like if you look at it, Barcelona and Pep did the same thing. It was good for Barcelona to be good because Barcelona was made up of Spanish players because it made Spain
Yeah.
good. So if your local league is good, it's only good news for your national team. You get me? So,
Yeah.
me, I've been happy, bro. As much as it's towards the end of the year, I'm enjoying watching local football. We actually have our Nedbank Cup this weekend. We are playing against each other this weekend, Sundowns and Kaiser Chiefs. And even as much as Chiefs has been crap, looking forward to the game against Sundowns because I think we'll surprise people, to be honest. I think a lot of people think it's a foregone conclusion, but the nice thing about football is that it's never done until it's done, you see. So if Sundown shows up with the same attitude that Madrid did, they will see flames. You underestimate your opponent, no matter who they are, at your own peril. But if Sundowns takes us serious, well, may those football gods be with us, is all I'm saying. If they take us serious. Pirates is playing Magesi, I think. Who are they playing? Magesi. Am I right?
Yeah. Pirates.
They're also playing in the
So,
Nedbank Cup this weekend.
yeah. I think I have to be sure who they're playing, man. I don't know if it's. Let me
Oh,
just
sorry, they're
check. I
playing
don't know if it's on
Gallants.
the
Gallants. My bad. My bad.
Gallant. Yeah. MC Gallant. I
That's
mean
so
Bruno
unfair,
Gallant.
bro.
Sorry.
That is so
Bruno
unfair.
Gallant.
We have to play Sundowns. These guys get Gallants, but it's okay.
That is
Um,
what happens in you guys club now. But yet again, Vegeta, I can see that you guys are being linked to a goalkeeper that
oh,
has no name. They say his name
United.
Manchester United. Yeah, Manchester United high up championship goalkeeper as a potential backup to Andre Onana
As a
with the
backup
Red
to Andre
Devils.
Onana.
So, as the Red Devils, and this is the problem. This is the problem. You just mentioned here. This guy came into the club and they said they were going to get the best in class. For me, this guy here called is a 20, I think 26, 28 years old. Freddie Woodman. He plays for Preston North End. And they're also keeping tabs on Blackburn's Asley Spear, who is 26. This guy came into the club and they said, we are going to get the best in class. And for me, in my own opinion, the best in class is not this guy they've mentioned here. The
I was
best in
about to say,
class
bro. Like, what is
is
this?
going out to go and get Costa. That is the best in class. Going out to go and get Jan Sommer. That is the best in class. Going out, go and get what's his name? Schneshny is old, is best in class. Going out, Emiliano Martino from Martinez, get him. That is the best in class.
Bro, I swear they say
You're an all
Napoli's
black. Summer is the best in class. You
who's
can't be going
Napoli's
for kids.
goalkeeper Timber. Apparently he's gonna be available on a free. This
Merit. Merit. He's a good goalkeeper, man.
Yeah, apparently
Merit.
his contract is up this summer, bro. Like
Speak to him
what are we
then.
doing, bro? That's why I'm like, stop shopping in the Brexit bin, okay? England is not good because their league is also not good. Stop shopping. The only thing that's good about this league are the foreign players that are in this league, okay? Let's be honest.
Fact.
Let's be honest here, okay? So let's stop acting like these Brexit. Oh, bring Manchester back into Manchester. Stop it. It's not
That's
good.
nonsense, man.
If you want local
That's
players,
nonsense, man.
we can take them from the academy. Go find talented youth players, train them, and put them on the first team to make the quota. It's fine, but don't spend millions. I mean, 100. You know, these people are full of crap. They said 100 million for that kid from Southampton. All of a sudden, it's 30 now. How do we drop from 100 to 30? That's a huge drop. That's how I know that these teams know that they are full of crap.
And that is how you know that these guys, they also want to cash in those deals. They want to do those deals. Honestly, I believe these guys are looking to do these deals. And do I think it's the right deal to be doing? I don't think so, because you guys promised the club that you will get the best in class, the next Mbappe. You want to get the next Mbappe. You want to get the next Joe Bellingham. You want to get the next, everything next, everything next. They want to get everything next. Now, Manchester United is said to be monitoring Manchester Cunha, but they must sell before able to afford the Wolves asking price for Matthias Cunha.
Mm.
For me, this should be a deal United should be doing. Honestly, because you made the perfect example when you said the lap is 40 million. Add 20 million to get Gyökeres. That is what you call a player that is ready. He's not going to come into the team and say, nah, I'm still developing. No. He comes into the team. He wants to win now. He's ready to go now. And Osimhen as well, as much as I don't rate him as well, I know it's weird. I don't rate him. I don't think he's a good player, but at least he's a proven goal scorer. He has done it at Napoli. He did it at Lille. Now he's also doing it at the Galatasaray. And we should not act as if Osimhen will not deny him. He has the horror, because he will have that thing whereby he looks at the players and tell them, give me the ball. He will command it. He would want the
And
ball
he will fight
because
if
he
they don't
has the
pass him
horror.
the ball.
Yeah, he will
What do you
fight.
do this? Guys, please,
Now he will
guys.
fight because he's a proven goal scorer. So he will fight, which is something we always say. Rasmus Oyna should be calling these guys out. So the likes of Gyökeres, they would demand the ball from them. The likes of Osimhen would demand the ball from them. Give me the ball. And they will give him the ball. Because I can tell you, even though Ronaldo comes to the team right now, Ronaldo comes to the club right now, and you guys are playing Ronaldo and Rasmus up front, and a player wants to pass the ball, Ronaldo demands the ball, they will give him the ball. Forget his age, they will give him the ball because he's a proven goal scorer and he has the horror. Rasmus does not have that horror. He does not have the confidence to do that.
So Temba.
Even with the fact that, go on.
So Temba, just imagine this for a moment. If this club is serious, just walk down this with me. You get Cunha. You said he's got what, 15 goals?
Yeah.
I don't have that 15 goals from Zexi, from anybody this season. That's nice. That would be lovely. Now imagine.
And he's a 10.
Yes. And then imagine if Bruno gets his own 15 goals. That's 30 goals I've got now.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
you add
yeah, yeah,
Osimhen who gets 20 goals for me. Now I'm on.
yeah.
I'm on. How much is that? 30 plus. I'm on
Like
50 goals.
50, 50, 50. So
Imagine.
50 goals.
So now I'm not in minus.
Then you come out. Yeah, you come add the ones like your Garnacho will always get like your 5, your 6, your 9. Ahmad, it's your 6 or 9.
You
It's
see what I'm
something.
saying? Now you are spreading
It's
goals
something.
across the team. This is how you win games, people. Because fundamentally, guys, I don't want to beat people 6-0. Give me 1-0, 2-0 next year consistently, I'll be fine. Because if I'm scoring
Yeah,
one goal every game, that's higher than most teams
a
in the
winning
league.
game.
You
Yes,
understand?
yes,
That's a
yes,
higher XG
yes.
than most teams in the league. One goal a game. People
Mhm.
make it seem like to prove that you are good. And Mourinho proved you guys wrong with the Chelsea team. You don't need to score 100 goals like City.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
1-0, keep it tight at the back, get your 3 points, entertain in between because it's a 90-minute game, go home. Nobody will be angry at that. I guarantee you. Well, the ones that will be angry are the ones who don't know what to do anymore because we are winning now. So they'll still be those guys. But all I want is consistent clean sheets. Brother, we can't see goalkeepers getting 10, 15 clean sheets and we are struggling to get one. It's ridiculous.
Bro.
Okay?
Come on, man. That is ridiculous, bro. It is. And for me, the fact about they are naming those kids, because those guys that are naming for me, I think it's crazy, man. You should be going out there to get the best in class. I'm sorry, that position whereby you can still play with. You cannot be playing with the position like like a goalkeeper. You can't be doing that.
Nope.
You can do that with probably midfielders
Yep.
or strikers, but not with goalkeepers because you need somebody that is ready. And Onana have only showed to the club or to even Amorim himself that is picking him that man, I don't deserve to be playing. But because sometimes you get manager that always be stubborn, they still want to back the manager, play the player, and they are the one that gets at fault for whatever happens.
Yeah.
They are the one.
Yeah.
Now, like Mitchell says, this is the Matthias Cunha who has a release clause worth 62.5 million pounds, and is attracting a lot of transfer interest because I think Chelsea are in for him as well, Arsenal are in for him as well.
But
So
but what's crazy,
now,
Temba, yeah, this is why being serious is important. Cunha wants to come to us. From the reports I've been seeing between now and today. Yes, there's interest because man wants to play now. He doesn't want to be competing with this guy and that. He wants to play now. Our team is one of the few teams that plays 2 10s. So there's 2 positions there, not just one,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
The only thing standing between us and this guy is us. If we go and speak to Wolves, like we spoke to that team in that we got Zexi from, and we say, guys, we see the
Bologna
62 million. Let's make it 63. We add an extra one
or 64.
or 64. If you allow us to pay half now, so get him for 30 now, today. The other 30, we spread it over 2 or 3 years. You can get him, guys. You know, sometimes we feel like they say 100 million, you must take out 100 million now. Oh, guys, there's still players we're paying for till today. It's not that deep. Because the moment you tell these guys we'll pay more and they accept, that Cunha guy will come. That guy auditioned against our team. I remember that game very well, bruh. I said, why is this guy bowling out like this, bruh, against us? Yes, he's good, don't get me wrong. But that day he was extra good. That day, it's as if he went to football trials and his family is hungry that day. That's what it felt like. So stop telling me about this useless delab for 30 million on all of the... No, stop it. You're wasting money.
You don't see it, man.
That 30 million
Honestly, you
buys you
don't see
Cunha
it.
today. I'm serious. If you go to Wolves, to show them that you are serious, you say, here's a deposit of 30. That's half. They'll take it. Especially if you're saying we'll pay an extra 2 on top of that. Because remember, when they did the release clause, That's what they negotiated between themselves and the player to say, you sign new contract, this is the release clause, this is what we think you're valued at, this is what we want to get for you. So by you coming and saying we'll pay more, it's like, fam, so you guys are gonna pay us more than what we value. There's no businessman worth their salt to saying no. The only way they don't
We'll
take the
take that.
extra two is if he decides, well, I don't want to go to Man United all of a sudden, which is possible. Don't get me wrong, it's possible. It's not probable.
So now, like for me, it says Rasmus, Hoyland, and Iheanacho could also be sold if the right bid comes in. Cunha is not the only forward United are looking at. The lap is the other one they're looking at.
That one they must
Yeah,
just give up on that nonsense.
the lap is something else they're looking at. Now, Andrew Nana's wife had £62,000. Bro, can you see that? £62,000.
Yes,
Handbags
yes.
and Rolex watch snatch. That is people that are angry at Onana.
I'm not surprised the wives stuff got snatched. And look, sorry to you. I'm sorry this happened to you. But your husband couldn't save you as well. You see what happens when you marry a guy who can't save. He couldn't save your bag. Couldn't even save your bag and watch. No wonder he can't save goals against us. I'm sure that the thief was there and he was busy doing this, pointing at your bag. And the thief said, oh, me, okay. Takes your bag.
Okay. Vita, we see that this guy signed a new contract.
Who?
Finally, Musala has signed a extension 2 years contract to stay at Liverpool. Because I was wondering,
Does Musiala not play for
I
Lyon?
don't
I'm
think.
confused. Who's that?
No, I'm talking about Musala. Salah.
Oh, Salah. Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's staying. He just signed extension 2 years contract with Liverpool. I
Has
don't know
Van
if
Disney signed
they
yet?
differ.
Because he was also close, apparently.
Yeah, it was close by, but the news have not been out as yet that he signed as yet. So maybe that will come out maybe later.
To
That will
be
come out later.
honest, I think maybe 1 year extensions, but two, because now you're just delaying the inevitable. I understand that Mo Salah is good, Van Dijk is good, but you're making the same mistake again, in my opinion. Because unless you're going to sell these guys, they're still going to walk away for free, in my opinion. Then what? Then what, Timber? You're just kicking the can down the road, in my opinion. Because they're old. Somebody, you guys squandered the opportunity to take 200 million for Salah.
Not 200 million, 220 million.
It's even
Vegeta,
worse.
220 million.
Should have taken that money and ran, bro. Now you're busy
Bro,
fiddling around with bloody extensions. That 200 million you could have reinvested in your squad, bro.
they would have used that money to get a player like Mbappe because at that point in time, PSG were desperate. They did not want to lose him for free. They were desperate to sell him to anybody. If they have actually signed him that time, they would have sold him to Al Ittihad. That money, they would have used that money to get top players. 220 million is a lot of money. If you give PSG 150, 140, even 100, they were going to take it. They were going to take it. But I never knew how they had the audacity to say no
No.
to that deal. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they did it. Declan Rice could be the greatest English midfielder of his generation, claims Jimmy Carragher, who compares him to iconic Premier League star. Bro, do you know who this asshole is comparing this guy to? Bro. However, Carragher believes is more in the what's that? Is it ILK or what's on?
Ilk, as
Of
in
former
in the same form of.
okay. Of former Manchester United captain Roy Keane, who was not known for his goal scoring prowess, but
Man, scores two free
was
kicks.
still high. Like, I'm sorry, man.
Scores two free kicks and they're comparing him to one of the greatest captains in this league. That's fun.
Like it's crazy, man. Like that is what pundits of today are all about. Honestly, that is what
That is
pundits,
what the English league is. You perform once, you're the best league in the world. You perform once, you're the best
bro.
English midfield. Not even English. What did he say? Best midfielders. Oh, English. He's lucky, but still, bro. Like in England, you perform once. They see you once. Because let's be honest, has Rice been that great this season? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
He
nah.
hasn't, in my opinion. Like I said, me personally, I don't fear Arsenal. Even after seeing that performance, you can give me Arsenal tomorrow.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
okay. They can come. And even if they beat me, they're going to fight tooth and nail to beat me. It's going to be 2-1. There's no 3-0 at Old Trafford. We're going to fight.
yeah.
So
Honestly,
Carragher, you know what? Bums don't know what good quality players are like. I understand. Carragher was a bum, so he doesn't understand what quality looks like. It's okay. It's fine.
that guy talks, man. He talks rubbish, man, like Onana. Because for somebody like him, whereby he scored 11 goals in his career. The 11 out of the 11 goals he scored in his career, 8 of them were own goals.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere. Is that a real stat?
Oh, yeah, it is. That guy is a bomb, man. That guy is crap. It's crap, bro.
Bruh, nah, we're suffering, bro. But let's, like I said, I know we're playing over the weekend, but I couldn't care less, Timber. Let's our European dreams
Well,
hang in the yeah, on a string. Let's talk about Madrid. Um, so are you in a space where you believe you can turn it around now because you were pretty angry?
I was pretty angry, man. And the players as well, they came outside. Like every one of them were just talking about how they can't wait for the second leg. I don't know if they are doing it from a spot by they just um talk off, or we actually believe we can get it done. Because it was said that after the game, that Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, Valverde, Rodrigo, and Bellingham,
Yeah.
they had a discussion on their own. Like after the match, they stayed back and they were talking about the comeback for that game. That was why I saw this morning they were talking about it. If they feel they are in that space whereby they believe they can actually get it done,
Yeah.
bro, there's nothing more I would want for them to than to get for them to get it done. There's nothing more I would want. But I'm not stupid as well. I watched the game, and the team I watched did not give me that confidence to tell me that these guys, I trust them in the second leg, they will get the job done. They did not give me that confidence. And the fact is that even when we came back against Chelsea, City, PSG,
Mm.
at least you could see it from the game they were playing while playing away. The intensity was there, the chances was created. We were eating everywhere, left, right, and center. Yes, might have missed the chances,
Yeah.
but you could know, even it's something they felt, whereby Man City beats us 4-3 at the Etihad. These guys were celebrating when the game finished. Madrid players were celebrating to tell you that they believed and trust that we are going to go there, or they will come to Bernabeu, we'll get the job done.
Mm.
There's nothing more I would want to see those guys get that job done. Mbappe, Vini, Bellingham, Rodrigo Valverde, Chaumeni, Dennis Ceballos, because Dennis Ceballos is back on the pitch. And that is one person whereby I missed so much in this encounter, because that guy, I've been honestly, if you tell me I'm going to say it on the stream that I missed Danny Ceballos out injured, I would never believe it, because the guy was not making it at United, at the club. They sent him out on loan, and he came back from loan. He has also taken his time to wait for his chances. And as soon as he got his chances, the guy was literally benching Chaumeni. Sorry, benching Kamavinga. And it was a part whereby him that missed in that midfield. Now, the fact is back, I'm not saying the manager should just throw him in, because there's something he
Ah,
does,
but Carlo
and
will
that
do
is something
that.
that pisses me off.
Carlo will just
A
throw him in.
player comes back from injury, you just throw him in. I'm not saying so. But if the guys believe they can get the job done, they should go for it. And this game we are playing against Alaves, it is Alaves, Alaves, Deportivo Alaves. I think if you play Adagule, you play Hendrick, you play Brahim Diaz, they will still be able to win the game. They should be able to win that game. Whereby then you can keep the likes of your Mbappe, your Vini, or maybe you could as well play Vini to see if he can still get back to his form with this match. Then you can read like Mbappe, your Rodrigo, or Bellingham. They should come in probably like 30 minutes to go when they get the job done. Honestly, because in my own opinion, it's Deportivo Alaves. I don't give a damn about the league anyway.
Yeah.
I don't. Because I believe we've had chances to take it off Barcelona. The more chance we have, the more we'll throw it away. The more chance we have, I said it, we were 9 points clear at some point. Barcelona at first were 13 points clear and they blew it up. Madrid was 9 points clear at some point. But what have we done again? We've bottled it, whereby right now I think we are 4 points behind Barcelona. Technically, the league is not done as yet. We can still win the league. But on that, for me, the game that matters the most is the game between Madrid versus Arsenal at the Bernabeu Stadium. I believe you should be able to beat Alaves anyway. Then prepare very hard for what's it called?
For Arsenal.
Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, so that's it.
Well, we will be there. Of course, we're gonna be doing a watch along. We do a lot of content now on these channels. So yeah, we'll be watching that Madrid game. Hopefully, I'll be so happy, Tim, but you don't understand, bro. Like if you guys beat Arsenal that day, I'm getting myself a nice bottle the next day, bro. I'm just sitting down, bro, and I'm enjoying life. Because as much as we are 14th,
Bro,
I'm shameless, bro. I don't like Arsenal. Okay? Shameless.
I say shameless.
Shameless, bro.
I understand, man. I understand, bro.
But
Honestly, because not just you, even Drex as well. It will say it straight. Shameless.
bro. But as for me, bro, I think
But
I'm gonna echo some of what you said. But for my team, as much as I don't rate Mason Mount, oh, for the love of all that is good, bro. No more Garnacho. I'm done. Let's get let's
honestly, no.
let's get Mount up to fitness ahead of the next game. So play him on the weekend as much as possible. Get him off. Start him against, because at least Mount is a number 10 at the end of the day. You see.
Yeah. You can pass the take. I play as the 7 and 11. I play as the first 9 as well.
Yeah,
He's
so
a
at
utility
least I
player.
can trust him to play the position, and he's got enough energy to help the other guys in midfield. So it's fine. We can try
Yeah.
that experiment.
Just that
It's fine,
that referee was stupid, giving him a yellow card, man. That was I
bro.
don't understand.
Bruh, I'm waiting for
The
bots
officiating
doing.
in that game was also crap.
I'm waiting for bots to do the rating thing because the referee deserves an F, bruh. That guy was taking out yellow
I
cards
think he's I
every
think
two
he's I
seconds.
think he's on. He's not on. I think Papi is on.
Is he on now? I
Let me
don't even
just
know
check.
how
I
to
think he's on
redirect.
as well.
I would do it, but it's fine. I hope he's doing the grades. They give the referee F, but yeah, we must try Mount. We must drop Rasmus for the rest of the season. Personally, there's not much of let's if we can't play Xerxes in the 9, if we're saying he's a grade 10, then play Bruno in the false 9, bro. Bruno is just like Jude. I can trust them to do false 9. They'll do it good. It's fine.
Can you imagine? Imagine that they are giving Dogu, they gave him a C. Then it says Rasmus owes you an assist. What are we doing here? Dogu was rubbish.
No, it's fine,
So
but
just because
we're gonna go there just
he
now.
made one pass, he made one pass. Then is come on, man.
We're going there.
Come
We're
on.
going to go confront them about this because I want to see them. If anybody gets anything higher than a B, I don't care. Goal scorers, everyone. That was a crap night, bro. I wasn't that. I know it's Onana who was the problem, but I didn't walk away that. Everybody, we should have scored 6, bruh. I know Onana did foolishness, but you guys also didn't do your jobs, bro. Now we have to go and play the game in Old Trafford, but it's fine, bro. No more Garnacho. I don't want to see Rasmus. I don't want to see Onana. Dia, bro. I know you just came back from injury, but we need you, bro. Please, bro.
Honestly, man, you
Play.
need him. You need him.
Um,
It's not about him. It's about the manager doing the right stuff, man. Honestly,
yeah, and also
it's
look,
on the manager to do what he's supposed to do.
yeah, Kobe is also not maybe ideal, but at least he's another body. Thank goodness, it's fine. I was happy for Lenny
Mhm.
Euro. Before we close, I want to say that first goal for United. Well done, kid. Hopefully there's going to be many more of those. Keep doing your thing. People say it was a bad summer. You guys are bugging, bro. All of those guys are doing their job. Mazarawi is doing his job. Mateus Delict, I'm happy with. Ugarte, I'm also happy with. Because I don't need all of my sixes to be Michael Carrick. Like Ugarte does his job and he does it well. He's a destroyer. He just needs a number 8 next to him who can take the ball from him and carry it. Because he can't do it. And I said this to people. I said, even if he's not technical, which is why Luis Enrique got rid of him, put a technical number 8 next to him, he'll be fine. Because essentially he's doing the legwork, Ugarte. That's his job. I think that's why you're seeing a lot more creativity from Casemiro. Because now Casemiro is getting to do
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
he didn't have to do at Madrid because he's got somebody who's got the legs in Ugarte.
And honestly, I know, like when I talk about Casemiro is not, he has not always been that player that has the pace. Casemiro just understands what my job is. I do the job. Like at Real Madrid, it was basically the destroyer, the stopper. It stops the ball, you from passing him. As he stops it, what it basically does is it looks for Modric or it looks for Tony Kroos. Take it, go on
Exactly,
with
bro.
it.
Exactly, bro.
But it came to United, but they are expecting different things from him, which is why I said, if you play him to his strengths, you are definitely going to enjoy his football. You will.
Yeah,
There's
bro.
no way you will not enjoy. You will enjoy his football because except you have an agenda against him, but he's just let him do his job. Because I can tell you for sure, with Vegeta, he has a better pass accuracy than Ugarte.
Yeah, because
He has
he's
it.
he's Brazilian guy. Come on. He's
So
got
that's the
this.
thing.
He's got it in his locker. But look, like I point all of this out to say that Ruben has ingredients to work with, but those 3 people that I mentioned, and they play in fundamental positions in Ruben's system. The number 10 is letting him down. The number 9 is letting him down. The goalkeeper and the wing
Yeah.
backs are letting him down. Those are very fundamental. You guys will do revisionism when you see a good goalkeeper, a good number 10, and a good number 9 play for him. That's just 3 positions because it'll change the condition of our team. Because if this is what Ruben's team looks like, because they play in good temper, the performance was good. It's just that we couldn't keep the goals out and we couldn't score. So if you add a goalkeeper who can do their job and striker who can do their job and a number 10 who adds to the striker, you guys will think it's a different team, but it'll be the same players. We just added quality. That's it.
True. True. Fact. You're right.
So now we'll see people, and then I don't know if Tama's gonna join me for the Sundowns game, but I'm definitely gonna stream the Chiefs and Sundowns game. I couldn't give a damn about Man United.
It's happening tonight, right?
Let me double check.
Is it tonight or tomorrow?
Because Pirates is playing on Sunday. They playing their game on Sunday. Kaiser Chiefs is playing
Okay, it's on Sunday. It's
also
on
on
Sunday.
Sunday.
It's on Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
No,
I'm
don't worry.
gonna.
No, we'll be there. We'll be there. We'll do the watching
Yeah,
up,
I'm
bro.
doing
We'll be
the
there.
Chiefs game, bro. Man United can go jump, bro, in the league. It's not
Can do
important.
one.
It's not important, bro.
They
Those
can do
guys
one.
can go jump off a
Oh,
tree.
big up people, man. Big up people, bro.
Yeah, bro. Big
And
up
big
to
up
Tim.
to Prof. Omosolo. Big up to you, man. Big up to Prof.
He's a prof. Big up to. Yeah, it was his birthday recently, actually.
Oh, happy birthday, Prof. Happy belated birthday, Prof. We never knew. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I was on stream with
yeah,
him when
is
it
it?
was his birthday. So shout out to the prof. Shout out to Football Power Hour who's online. We're going to go and rate them and ask them what is these questionable grades. Were they watching the same game? I don't know. We're going
We
to
were
find out.
watching.
Those
Yeah.
guys probably gave Onana D when he should be an F. I don't trust them. We're going over there
They
immediately.
gave him they gave him a Z. I don't know
Okay.
what Z means.
Okay. I also don't know these American grades. I'm from South Africa. Me, I know 80%, 90%. I don't know
We
these
know F9.
ABs and all of these
We know
things,
F9. What's your E? I don't know where E is coming from.
brother. But people,
We don't know where it from.
it's been the Vegeta and Banks Show. Catch us here next week. It'll be Thursday, I hope, or maybe Friday, depend because of the European games again. So, but we're gonna be here. That's the point. We're gonna be here.
Mhm.
The podcast is not going anywhere this time. You just subscribe. Go to Hala Madrid. I've linked his channel to the description, to the title. Go over there, subscribe. Both me and Temba are trying to get to 500. I believe you guys can get both of us to 500 before December, guys. It's too easy.
Definitely,
It's
man.
too easy, guys.
It's
You
too
guys can
easy.
do it.
500. This is
500. Guys,
easy.
come on. So do the right thing. Subscribe, like the stream, of course, guys, because it tells YouTube that people need to come see this video, and share your thoughts, guys. If I'm being crazy, if Temba is also saying nonsense, like Manj always questions Temba, then do what Manj does. Get involved. Be in the chat. Comment.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Feel
Like.
free, man.
Share the thing,
Feel
guys.
free.
And otherwise, we